As many of you have noticed, there's a stark difference between the quality of the videos that I shoot in the studio with my staff and the quality of the videos that I shoot at home by myself. Bless their hearts, my Logitech webcam and second generation mod mic try real hard, but we are day 7 into the quarantine beard here, and I figure if I'm gonna get serious about streaming at home and making videos at home, it is time for an upgrade. Here is what we're starting with. And by the end of this video, this is gonna be about the ballinest streaming setup within reason. That is, at least if Jake's word is anything to go by. First, we've got one of Elgato's Key Light Airs. So these are a nice, lightweight, super bright Wi-Fi app-controlled light that comes with a stand, and it doesn't really need a diffuser because it's got its own built-in kind of diffusion layer. We've got an Elgato multi-mount, which I originally thought was a mount for multiple Key Light Airs. Not so. In fact, that mount is for this Canon T6i. We didn't choose this camera for any particular reason, and this lens is in fact a placeholder, but the idea was just to have a better camera than a webcam. We're replacing the mod mic with a broadcaster mic from Rode that's gonna be powered by a Euphoria Um2 from Behringer. Got a nice little stand from Rode to go with it. Capturing the video from our camera is gonna be the Cam Link 4K from Elgato. That's a USB 4K capture card. We've also got a power adapter for the camera so that we don't have to run batteries in it, an HDMI cable, also for the camera, pop filter, hammer, I promise you this will get interesting, and finally an Elgato StreamDeck. So this is the 12 button variety. They've got little screens on all the buttons so you can set up all your scenes and all of that good stuff. Now, it's after midnight, which means that I can't really count on Yvonne to shoot this whole thing with me, so we're gonna throw the camera on a tripod and get real creative about the way that we're filming this late into the night. It really is harder to do this without a camera crew. Instantly see your current and past network activity, detect malware, and block badly behaving apps on your Android or PC device with Glasswire. Use offer code Linus to get 25% off Glasswire at the link in the video description. Many people's first impulse when they want to improve their video quality is to upgrade their camera. But as you can see, I'm getting a dramatically better feed out of the same webcam that I started this video out with just by changing my lighting. So that's where we're gonna start. But of course, rather than grabbing a couple of studio quality lights and bringing them to my house and putting them on C-stands, I am of course going to begin with these Key Light Airs. Wow, that's a heavy base. They got weights in there. Power supply. So we got a little ball doodad. We're gonna tighten up in there. Key Light Air. And a diffusion pad thing here. Oh, that's kind of finicky. So you gotta undo this and then you gotta stick both things in without the whole thing coming apart. That goes in at the bottom, and the experience is 100% toolless, except for the user. Hey, got him. I'm gonna want these on kind of the right and left to evenly light up my face. You know, I told myself that part of this process was gonna be cable managing my desk. That's clearly not happening. Oh, how convenient is that? They've got little numbers on them so you can actually make them even. Nice. Select the accessory you want to control. Turned off. And back on. Wow, that looks so soft. I can hardly tell I've got an isolation beard at all. So you can go ahead, you can adjust the temperature of the color. Well, I'm definitely lit AF now. Actually, hey Vaughn, can you turn the room lights off so that we can see what it looks like with just the streaming lights? Okay then, well, fancy lights are still not going to compensate for the fact that I'm still using a webcam. But this is progress. Let's see if we can kick things up another notch. This looks even simpler than the other mount. You got one of these handy dandy, tighten it to attach it arms right here. Then you basically screw this end into the bottom of the camera. Whoa, look at it go. Wow, look at that. Ooh. To be clear, I'm not hating on the Brio. It is an excellent webcam. It's just still a webcam, that's all. The next cool item in our bag of tricks is this DC power adapter. So it actually comes with a wall wart, but I'm not gonna need that because I have a high-powered USB port on my USB hub. So I'm just gonna take these cables and plug straight into that. we got video. It's set to 60 FPS, 720p, but I have no idea how to get rid of this stuff on the screen or how clean the HDMI feed is right now. For that, we will need an HDMI capture card. Just gonna plug the Cam Link directly into the back of my Thunderbolt hub here. We are setting up Cam Link 4K. To hook it up, all I need is this micro HDMI to HDMI cable, I hope. We had it for a second there. See? That's this. I don't get any output on the back screen when I've got an HDMI cable plugged into it. That's sort of inconvenient. There it is. See that? Oh, it's like interlaced AF here. Of course, this game wouldn't have been as fun without the side quests. Now we're updating the firmware on our camera. Firmware update complete. Let's plug her back in. Yeah, that still looks horrible. Well, that might be a slight problem. It appears that I selected a USB 2 port. Hey, did I? I don't know about that. The Elgato software seems to think so. Well, let's try one of these other ones then. Okay, we get signal. Ooh, that also looks like 60 FPS now. After fighting my way through the menu here, I figured out how to disable the auto power off, so that's there. What I don't know yet is, while it does say 60 FPS here, that seems to suggest that that's internal recording. That doesn't necessarily indicate that the output will be 60 FPS. So it says here, 1080i 60 FPS, but then on the input, but then output is 30 FPS in Elgato's utility. Maybe that's an Elgato setting I can change though. What is good is that a 60 FPS interlaced output turning into a 30 FPS progressive input is perfectly normal. So we're gonna be stuck with 30 FPS for the live feed, but that should be fine as long as the gameplay is 60 FPS. I really doubt anyone's gonna be bothered by that. So this is configured. Oh, it's got the face detect thing. Wow, that is a lot of beard. Hey, there we go, all right, cool. Now I am getting some interlacing artifacts, you can see that. Hopefully we can apply some kind of deinterlacing filter. Hey, deinterlacing. Ho, that is better, isn't it? That is one heck of an improvement. I think what I'm gonna wanna do is actually match my lights here to the light in this room so that I can have a little bit of light behind me. Does this even look that much better than the webcam? Webcam, real cam. Webcam, real cam. Yeah, I just don't think the webcam's gonna get there. All right. And something to consider, guys, is remember, you're gonna see it like this. So at 720p, that's gonna look pretty sharp. Okay then, this is progress. This is camera upgrade and lighting upgrade. Now, it's time for audio upgrade. For this, we will need the microphone arm. So I'm gonna go ahead and just attach that right next to where my headphones go, kind of like that. And this, hold the microphone. Ooh, shiny. This clearly goes on here. I have a slight problem right now though. I feel like there's supposed to be a little ring in here and I can't find one. Thankfully, there is a backup plan. I'm going to steal the nice shock mount from the RE20. Of course, a microphone like this doesn't plug into just any old 3.5mm jack. You need an XLR interface. So that is where the Behringer Euphoria Um2 comes in. This thing's pretty cool. It's actually completely USB bus powered, so you won't be powering anything like super crazy off of it or anything like that. But you just plug this little puppy in via USB, XLR goes in the front, and bippity boppity, you are off to the races. This mic requires 48 volt phantom power, so we'll go ahead and turn that on. Now it's time for the big test. Let's see if there's an improvement going from the mod mic to the broadcast mic. This is the mod mic, and this is the broadcast mic. What do you guys think, ladies and gentlemen? So we got our broadcast mic, and we're back to the mod mic now. So if I was sitting here, oh, I'm playing a game, it's real intense, got my gamer face on. Now I'm switched over to the broadcast microphone, and now I got my gamer face on. Pretty good? I don't know. I have no way of knowing. I'm monitoring this one, but I'm not monitoring the other one, so I got to go back and look at the footage. Small update. I did get my issues with the GoXLR sorted out, so I'm using that now. It might not have the most amazing reputation for audio quality either, but I really like a lot of the features, and it's super easy to use, so full credit to the mod mic. It's actually a lot better sounding by comparison than I expected. I mean, obviously, this one has a lot more dynamic range, but yeah, credit to the multi-year-old mod mic. Now I remember I promised to use a hammer. That's because one of the biggest problems with my setup right now actually has nothing to do with the computer or really streaming at all. It's that my stupid, horrible carpet protector is sliding around all the time. I'm gonna nail it into the plywood. Last piece of the puzzle. Time for the StreamDeck. You can program macros, put little pictures so you don't forget what they do. The good news is that going through this software, I've got this like epic streaming setup that I can use. All right, OBS. So title, screen, scene, Linus screen share. I'm all set up, so now all that's left is to jump into a game and see if I have got what it takes to be the next Twitch sensation. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see what we can do about our eyeglasses supply chain. We've got to get some more eyeglasses. There's no way to win, right? You get to the point where you use propaganda and people get mad because you use propaganda. And if you don't use propaganda, they're mad because you didn't use propaganda to increase their happiness. Like, why are the engineers so mad? I feel like I'm watching my future as a Twitch streamer. Come on, let's go, just attack the harbor. Do we have anything? You know what else is over? This video, and it's brought to you by Squarespace. Squarespace is the easy to use all-in-one platform if you need a website. And if you don't think you need a website, well, you probably do need a website for something. Squarespace has award-winning templates. All you gotta do is pick one of their award-winning templates, throw in your own text and images, and boom, you've got an online presence. You can even sell stuff online. They've got inventory management features and no limit on how many items you can sell. Both our LinusMediaGroup.com and LTXExpo.com websites use Squarespace. We set them both up extremely quickly, and if you ever have trouble, you can contact their support 24/7 to get you set up. So head to squarespace.com/LTT where you can get 10% off today. We're gonna have that linked below. If you guys enjoyed this video, maybe check out some more of my isolation content. I replaced the cells inside a battery bank. That was a fun little adventure. The sparks definitely flew, so maybe check that out. The beard wasn't quite as glorious at that point yet, though.